Most people notice something strange when they start walking more regularly. Not pain, not fatigue, but the absence of anything noticeable at all. You finish a walk and think, that's it? No rush, no signal that your body even cared. Before we go deeper into why that happens, there's something to note. If you appreciate clear, calm explanations about what's happening inside the body, consider subscribing to this channel. That way you won't miss future videos like this. That silence after walking often leads to a quiet assumption. If walking mattered, surely you'd feel it. So people assume it must be doing very little. That assumption is understandable. It's also the wrong way to judge what's happening. The earliest effects of walking don't show up as sensations. They show up as decisions being made inside your body. Those decisions happen long before results become visible. Here's the part almost no one explains. Your body doesn't respond to walking the way it responds to effort. It responds the way it responds to information. When you walk, you're not demanding change. You're providing data. Your body is very good at listening to data. It listens before it commits to doing anything obvious. At the start, nothing seems to change. That's because nothing dramatic is supposed to change yet. Your breathing stays calm. Your muscles feel capable. Your heart rate rises just enough to stay smooth. This isn't your body being lazy. It's your body evaluating. It's asking a quiet question. Is this a one-time event? Or is this the new normal? That question matters more than most people realize. Inside your nervous system, automatic control begins adjusting almost immediately. This system controls blood vessel tension, heart rhythm, and brain alertness. Walking nudges it out of pure rest, but not into stress. It creates a middle state. The body is awake, but it feels safe. That sense of safety matters. The body adapts differently when it feels safe enough to do so. As you continue moving, signals rise from your feet, legs, and joints. These signals don't shout, they whisper. They tell the brain we're moving, we're stable, we're coordinated. The brain uses that information to update its predictions. It adjusts how it prepares for the next moment. You don't feel this happening, but it changes internal readiness. At the same time, circulation begins to reorganize. Not by speeding everything up, but by distributing blood more intelligently. Active muscles receive slightly more supply. Less needed areas receive slightly less. This redistribution is smooth. It rarely feels like effort, but it trains the cardiovascular system. It learns how to shift priorities without panic. This is why walking often feels too easy to matter. The body isn't being challenged. It's being trained to coordinate. Another subtle change appears in energy management. Walking doesn't trigger an emergency need for fuel, so stored energy isn't released in a rush. Instead, availability becomes steady. It's like switching from sudden withdrawals to a calm checking account. The body practices using energy without urgency. That practice matters later, even if it feels unremarkable now. Hormonal signals also begin to shift quietly. Some hormones tell the body to brace and store. Others tell it to circulate, repair, and balance. Walking gently favors the second group. This doesn't mean fat instantly disappears. It doesn't mean metabolism suddenly boosts. It means movement happens without threat. That message slowly influences resource handling. All of this happens while you feel almost nothing, and that's where frustration creeps in. Humans trust sensation. Walking breaks that expectation. It works because it doesn't force the issue. The body is cautious by design. It doesn't change structure from a single signal. It waits for confirmation. That's why early changes stay invisible. The body is collecting evidence. It's watching patterns. It's deciding if this movement is worth adapting to. This delay is often mistaken for failure, but it's actually protection. Constant remodeling would waste energy, so the body waits. While it waits, communication improves. Systems that went quiet start talking again. Walking doesn't just activate muscles. It reopens conversations between systems. The nervous system talks to circulation. Circulation talks to energy regulation. Energy regulation talks back to the brain. These conversations are subtle, but they lay groundwork. This is why belly fat causes confusion here. People expect walking to target it directly, but the body doesn't work that way. Fat storage responds to long-term signals. It listens for demand and safety over time. Walking doesn't attack belly fat. It changes background conditions slowly. That process doesn't announce itself early. When nothing seems to happen, the body may still be deciding. It's deciding if the information matters. That decision takes repetition, not intensity, not struggle, just consistency of signal. As walking becomes familiar, the body adapts quietly. Movement becomes part of the environment, not an interruption. Blood vessels grow more responsive. Muscles use energy more economically. The nervous system shifts, states with less friction. These changes don't arrive with fanfare. They appear as smoother transitions, less internal resistance. You may notice indirect signs. Movement feels easier. Recovery feels quicker, even if you can't explain why. These aren't dramatic changes. They're improvements in coordination, and coordination is often overlooked. Understanding this reframes nothing is happening. Something is happening. It's happening at the level of regulation, not sensation. You're not meant to feel recalibration. You're not meant to notice blood flow patterns. These systems evolved to work quietly. Walking restores rhythm. It doesn't create stress. It reminds the body how to move without urgency. Once rhythm feels familiar, adaptation follows more easily. If you've ever finished a walk feeling confused, here's why. Walking didn't fail. Your body was listening, not reacting. It was gathering information, not delivering results yet. That understanding can change your experience. Subtlety is part of the design. The body whispers when it reorganizes. Over time, those whispers accumulate. They don't create drama, they create smoother function. A body that handles movement with less friction. A body that remembers how to live in motion. Walking isn't about forcing change. It's about reintroducing a familiar condition. Once that condition returns, the body does what it does best. It adapts patiently, without asking for attention. If this explanation helped you see your body differently, consider subscribing. It's the simplest way to stay with us for more calm, science-based breakdowns like this.